Now to make the design on this turban cap, these are the items you'll be needing. You need a paper. This is just a paper. This paper is paper. Then you can see this is a lighter. You can use any lighter that you have. Your tape, needle and thread, scissors, thread, and then the fabric. If you are looking at the cap now, it is not the same fabric that I used. I've already done the cap and already given it to, so I just want to show us how I make the design on it. So I'll be using this fabric to do the tutorial. You can make use of any, I repeat, any material. So I'm just using this for this tutorial. So then we'll be needing our ruler. Then I want to make use of a pen. You can actually make use of your tailor's shop depending on the fabric you want to make use of. This fabric, the tailor shop will not really be effective on me like pen, so that's why I want to use pen. Now let's go into the work. Let's go into it fully now. So the measurement I used, it was 3. I make use of 3. So now what you will do is, on the paper, I'm going to be marking out 3 on the paper. I'm just going to be marking out 3 on the paper. You know, pen is easier for me to get my 3 on the paper. So 3 on the paper. I want to join them together now. Joining the 3 together. So now I've gotten it. So I'll just trim it out on the paper. So I'll just trim it out from the paper. So now I have 3 that I want to make use of. So the next step is to fold it. So depending on how long the paper is actually. So what I did is I folded it. So I think this is higher education. This paper is higher education anyway. So I folded it, the higher education, folded it into 4. Let's say 4. So I folded it into 2, then 2 again into 2. So the next thing I will do now is just to make a cut, a curve to it. Just a curve to it. These papers serve as our, as tailors to call it, they serve as a template to carry out the work on. I've forgotten the name tailors call it now. So I have a design cut out. You can see the way I did it. I fold the paper into 2, higher education. I don't know if you'll be using longer or shorter. So I just folded into 2, then into 2 again. So I just make my cuts to it. Just curve it. So do a curve. Just do the curve to it. So you can see I have this. So now here it is. So this is what I will now be using and placing on the cloth to cut out the cloth. I'll be using that to cut out on the cloth. You can place as many cloths as possible together. You can place them all together. What I'll do next is fold it together on the cloth with the pen. You can fold the cloth, like fold it 3, 4, 6 times before doing this on it. It's just because I just want to make use of this part. You know, I've made use of this cloth before so for something. So I just remember I don't want this part to just waste. So I want to make use of it. So here it is. Then I can take my pen. If you have more than one cloth together, so that 2, 3, 4, you can actually cut it directly since the cloth is the paper is on the cloth. Okay, you can cut it directly. And this I'm doing too is just a shape. So you can actually cut it directly. Directly is what I'm trying to do now to show you. You know, I've already done this thing, but I just want to show you can cut directly also. Just so just watch me as I'm trying to cut it. So as the paper is on it, you can be doing your cutting. Okay. So this excess also, cut it off. So just trying to trim it so well. So, and that's it. I have one of it. It's just the same shape as the paper. Just the same shape as this paper. So let me try and cut some, then show us. I cannot be cutting everything right now from this video. So let me go and cut some, then show us the next step. Then I'll come back. Let me go and cut some, then I'll come back and show us the next step to make to it. Now I'm done with the feel I just want to use for this tutorial. As you can see what I hope all the edges are showing. So I have 10 pieces of them, just 10 pieces. You can do your paper longer so that you can have longer one instead of 4 and you can decide to do it, but I can assure you that you should not do it 1 If you do it 1 you will get another result. That I can assure you. So now the next thing to do is for fabric that can lose back like this one. That's why we have this. It's just to quickly bond it up. Okay, the edges, just to bond the edges. For fabric that can lose back like this, so it's just to bond the edges. It's not all fabric that is going to do this. It's not all fabric. The one I used for the main video did not do this, just because of this one is something that is lighter. That's why we're having this. That's why I'm having this bonds. So, and that's what I'll be doing to all. I'll do it to all, just bond the edges so that it will not lose back. Okay, That is, if you have a fabric that is going to be loose back. So, and that's what I'll do to all the fabric. So now we can continue after burning, the edges. Then your thread and needle will come in. Then thread and needle will come in. So what we're going to be doing to thread and needle is just take them one after the other. One after the other, run the stitches. Run it stitches. After taking them one after the other, just run the stitches together. That's this way I'm doing it. Just going to be running the stitches to the down part, not the cuff part of it, the down part of it. That's where we'll be running the stitches. So what I will continue to run the stitches to all the fabric that I cut. I'll run the stitches to all the fabric. So I'll be doing that behind the camera. Then I'll come and tell us what's the next step to take about it. Okay. Alright, just let me continue this behind the camera to shorten the length of the video. Alright, now finish just putting her. So the next thing to do is try to search for the tip of everything. The tip, I mean where you made the sewing, and let everything align. Look for it, let everything align, so that some will not be going left and some will be coming to the right. Just let them align. So trying to look for them and make them align. Okay. Okay, so this means we can see all you can see the places we sewed. You can actually see the tip of it. So here it is. So the next thing to do is actually because of that particular cap design, it's much. This one is just to show us how I make it. So I actually have line by line. I think I have about 3 lines. Let's take this for example and say this is line 1. There is circle in the middle. So I'll do another one, put it on it till the circle closed up. But this is actually the basis of everything that I do. This is the basis of everything I did. So I joined it together with the closure, the beginning and the ending of it. So I had to join it together. So that's so I joined it together. So as you can see, you still have an opening. So what I did is I did another one again. I placed it on it. I did another one until I have a very close one this way that I now finally put on it. So this is just typical example of what I did. So this is how it is. You can see. So I have it like this. So by the time I finished putting the last one, it was just like this. So the upper side was like this, and the other one just begin to go under it, and I carry them and then make them together, then place them on my turban cap and then sew it to it. That was why you're having that design on it, and that's how I got that design. I hope you understand it. I can't begin to use because I don't actually need this. So I will have just done it and make it full and see the way it looks like. But because of the fact I just want to do the tutorial of how I make it, so this is how I make it. I said I did it. This is like a first one. I did another one on it. I did about 3 layers. Then the last one, by the time I was doing it, I make sure that the thread is well tightened. Then I put it on it in the middle. Then it forms something like this. Close, no more circle at the middle. So, and that was how I changed the design. Thank you very much. I hope you understand my explanation. If you don't understand anything about my explanation, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you are actually confused about. Then I will reply you as soon as I see it. God bless you. Thank you. Bye bye.